Yo, what's up, guys? I got the best picks for you today in the WNBA. We got 4 games of hoops. It's going to be absolutely sick, and we got 4 picks today. But first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one. Let's try to get to 20 likes one more time in this video. And I'm telling you guys, I'm feeling so good about these picks. If we do not go 4 for 4, clean sweeping the board, everybody's getting free VIP tomorrow. So hit that like button, and guys, let's go 4 for 4. Let's shout. Now, let's talk about how it's happened the last couple of days, because one thing I will never do on this channel is skip the recap, because that's the most important thing, being transparent. If we go 0 for 4 yesterday, tomorrow, or tonight, I'm going to come on and recap it the next day. People online who never recap, you can just tell they're full of it, right? They're hiding stuff from you. What happened yesterday? Honestly, not the best day. Our esports goes perfect. I told you guys, I know my set when it comes to esports. What has happened? Green, too easy early in the day. Then the WNBA comes along and we just missed by this much. We need Paige Beckers to get 3 more PRA and Burton to get 1 less PRA. Literally like last couple seconds of the game, this goes on the over. Super unfortunate. And it is what it is though, because guys, what happened the day before that? Well, I'll tell you what happened. We cashed out a 15x lay. This could have been a 12x or a 15x depending on if you put the boost on it. But guys, this is what happens. When you win a 12x play, do you need to win the next day? No. Do you need to win the day after that? No. Even 10 days in a row, you could lose your entry. And because you hit a 12x, you are then technically still profitable 1 or 2 units. That is the beauty of taking long shot parlays. The beauty of a long shot parlay is not just throwing shit in a parlay and hoping it cashes. The beauty of it is because you get to lose several days in a row. You have to mentally withstand the losses several days in a row. But then when you have a good day like this, it literally pays back for all the losses and then some if you're doing it right, right? So it's all about long-term thinking when it comes to taking parlays. And guys, beautiful 4 for 4 just yesterday or 2 days ago now. And I'm still feeling high off that. Genuinely insane stuff. Now, let's talk about the most important thing, because I know you guys are watching this video because you want to make money. So if I told you there was $300 sitting on the ground, $300, let me say that one more time, $300 sitting on the ground, and you didn't pick it up, well, you're just an idiot, because you're watching this video and there is an available $300 if you guys sign up for 3 sports betting apps. If you are new on all of these apps, this is genuinely $300. If you're already on 1 or 2 of these apps, it might go down a little bit. But PrizePicks and Underdog are doing an insane offer where when you sign up with code BAM and you play your first $5 on the app, you're getting $150 on PrizePicks if your entry wins. And on Underdog, they don't care if you win or lose. They're handing you $50. Underdog right now is my favorite app. I actually think if everybody gets on Underdog Fantasy right now and starts playing exactly what they are playing on every other app, they will make money, or at least lose less money. It is by far and away the easiest app to be right now. And this play $5, get $50 is insane. Also, Rebet's got a huge deal where when you guys sign up with code FFBAM, you're getting a $100 deposit bonus. So whatever you put in, up to $100, they're doubling that. You can get literally up to $300 just signing up for PrizePicks, Underdog, and Rebet, and it takes you literally less than 10 minutes to do. No reason not to do this. It's code FFBAM on Rebet and code BAM on PrizePicks and Underdog. And now let's get into the picks. Because guys, when it comes to these picks, if you don't like math, just don't stay on this channel. Just leave. Okay, you can go find some other channel, some guy wearing sunglasses, driving around a rented Lambo, and because you rented the Lambo, you think this guy's good at sports betting, and he's just gonna give you some bullshit, and he's not gonna recap yesterday's video. If you guys want to do that, by all means, go do that. But in this channel, we talk about math because math is actually what wins you guys money. Now, the flex payouts have been changed on Underdog Fantasy, and this is what is insane. This is what everybody should be losing their mind about, and I have been losing my mind about this for the last few days now, or last few weeks now. Underdog Fantasy has basically made it so that this is the bar. If you are hitting at a 51.8%, you are breaking even on their app. So if you were literally 2 percentage points better than an idiot just guessing, you will make money on Underdog Fantasy. It's that simple. How do you do this? By playing 4-man flexes. 4-man flexes right now are the best payout type in all of sports betting. Genuinely, 4-man flex on Underdog Fantasy is the best. Now let's compare that to a 2-man power on PrizePicks, which is what most of people play. Most of you guys watching this video probably play 2-man power, and you think, I'm doing good. It's a 2-man power. You know, I just got to hit 2 bets and then I make money. That is not mathematical thinking. That is emotional thinking. That is how the books beat you in the long term. If you hit 57% of your picks on a 2-man power on PrizePicks, you will break even. You're hitting at a 57% clip, which is what some professional sports bettors aim to hit at. You are doing elite. And guess what's happening? you're not even making money. You're breaking even. That's how horrible the two-man power is on PrizePicks. Now on Underdog Fantasy, well, four-man flex, it is 51.8%. So you guys can understand, what are we doing here? We're locking in a bunch of four-man flexes on Underdog Fantasy. Everyone in the VIP knows that already. And now today, we're going to lock in a four-man flex on Underdog Fantasy for the WNBA. So if you're not on Underdog yet, let me say it one more time. If you are not on Underdog yet, sign up using code BAM and start making some money. Now let's get into the picks for today. We're starting off with Angel Reese on the over at 17.5 points and assists. One of my favorite picks of the day. Probably one of my favorite picks of this week, honestly. Angel Reese right here, it's just simply too low of a line. She's hit this in 7 out of the last 10 games. She's hit this on a positive clip this season, and you can clearly see the trend here, guys. She is trending upwards through this entire season. There's a lot of red at the beginning, a little patch of green right here, a lot of red one more time, and then a whole bunch of green, and it has been relatively streaky. And it's not just that, guys. This is a positive EV bet, and this is what you always want to be looking for. You think math is good when it comes to payouts, when it comes to overall slip types. Math is great when it comes to individual picks. And how do we use that math? Well, we use a tool like DailyGrindFantasy right here. DailyGrindFantasy, you can check it out with the link in my description. It is a sports betting tool that helps you guys find good picks. And how do they do this? Well, they do this by looking at all the lines, reading in a whole bunch of data every single split second, and then comparing it to all the other books. So for example, they see Angel Reese on Underdog Fantasy is at 17.5 points and assists. Well, how do we compare that to FanDuel? They've got it at 18.5. DraftKings, they got it at 17.5, but it's at a minus 130 clip. Well, Caesars got it at 18.5. Bovada 18.5. Better 18.5. PrizePicks 18. Parlay Plays got it at 17.5, but it's almost minus 140 for them, right? So what is this telling us, right? All the other apps that have it at 17.5, they are heavily favoring the over. And every other app just has it at 18.5. So imagine a discount where it's 18.5 slashed to 17.5. That is practically what we're getting right here on Underdog Fantasy. I like to call them mini tacos for those of you guys who are only locked into PrizePicks. That's completely fine. They do Taco Tuesday. Today there's going to be Taco Tuesday picks. Well, you can find basically infinite amounts of mini tacos. I'm going to say infinite amounts. Basically tens, maybe even hundreds of mini tacos every single day. And a mini taco is just a plus EV pick because you are getting the value where everybody else is not getting the value. And that is another elite reason why I like Angel Reese. Additionally, she's been on a crazy streak, and I do like this matchup a ton for her. I think this is going to be a close down to the wire matchup, one of the best matchups you will ever see in the WNBA. I mean, it's a plus 3.5 point favorite or spread. I think this one's going to go down to the wire, and I think Angel Reese is going to get the job done with 17.5 PA. Now, getting into play number 2, we're going to Allisha Gray, and on the under here at 19.5 points. It's sticking in the same game before, sticking on the same team. Well, there's a little bit of correlation here, right? If Angel Reese does good, she takes up more of the points share. Maybe Gray will take less of the points share. But that's not really why we're taking this necessarily on the over. This one is, once again, a plus EV pick. DailyGrindFantasy suggested this pick. I looked over a little bit myself, and I do like this one a ton. If you look at the last 5 and the last 10, it doesn't look good. It looks like she's been crushing it. Looks like she's trending upwards going into this game. But if you look at the head-to-head, guys, it's been a little bit better. She's only hit the over on this twice in the last 5 games, which means she's hit the under in 60% of these games. This is a lovely spot for a head-to-head matchup to matter a ton. And it's not just that, guys. If you go to this matchup right here, right? If you go to this matchup right here, you can see, well, how do the Aces match up against overall? Well, they're a middle-of-the-road defense, you might think. Well, no. They're not a middle-of-the-road defense. Against centers, they're practically almost the worst in the league. Against forwards, they're down their bottom 5. Against guards, they're middle of the pack, right? So what does this mean? This means that they're a very, very good defense for a couple of these matchups and a very, very bad defense for the bigger players on this team. What does this mean, right? This really means that if you are a player like Allisha Gray, you are going to get the toughest part of the opposing defense in this particular matchup. It is not going to be a very good spot. And now let's get into the mathematical side of it, right? We look at this map, or we look at this play over on Underdog Fantasy. You can see other apps like Sportsline just has it at 18.5, right? Straight up. And I can go over and show you guys on Daily Grind Fantasy too. It's right over here. FanDuel, guess what? They have it at minus 125. DraftKings just has it a point lower. A lot of these apps just favor it worse than 19.5 right here. So I like this one a ton for Allisha Gray on the under. Now getting into play number 3. We're going over to Courtney Vandersloot on the over at 19 or 11.5 points plus rebounds. This is another very, very solid pick. I've looked at this one a ton. Just genuinely checking it over, and just seeing that, wait a minute. this is one of the better picks you'll ever see because this is a head-to-head 100%. She's played 2 times, green 2 times, and it hasn't been close, averaging 15.5, by the way. In the last 10, she's been very, very green as well, hitting in 7 out of these last 10 games. And now she's going up back against a matchup which she has proven to absolutely love. It makes way too much sense to hit this one on the over. And it's not just the last 10 she's been looking good. It's not just the last 5 that she's been looking good. Look at this last game, guys. She went for 15 points and 5 rebounds. What do we need tonight? All we need is 12. She got 20 PR in that last game. Guys, that momentum is going to carry into this one. I do like this one a ton for Vandersloot. And note this as well. This was a very, very high scoring game for her because this was a down to the wire game. She got to play a lot more minutes in this game. 82-80. Well, is this game going to be down to the wire? I'll tell you. It is very, very likely to be. Chicago are only 4-point underdogs in this one. So I do like this one a ton for Vandersloot on the over at 11.5. Now, before I get into the last play real quick, just hit the like button, guys, and hit that subscribe button if you want to get picks every single day. I know I talk about WNBA on here. I know I talk about esports on here, but genuinely, football is my best sport. College football, NFL, and we're less than 3 weeks away from it. I genuinely could not be more excited. And if you guys want to lock in some football bets, hit that subscribe button so that when the football season rolls around in like 2 or 3 weeks now, we can start locking in and making some money. Now, let's get back to the WNBA and locking in the 4th pick right here. It's going to be Dearica Hamby on the over at 17.5 points and assists. Honestly, sounds very similar to the Angel Reese one. In this case, she did this in 7 out of the last 10 games. This is once again a favorable matchup for her, and she has hit this, proven to hit this against this team in the past. There was one slip up here where she only got 13 PA in this one, but guys, it was clearly a fluke. She hit this in 3 straight games and then missed one against this particular team, and honestly hasn't played them in a few months, so it doesn't make too much sense to just base it off the head-to-head. I'd rather look at it over the season where she has been hitting this at a positive clip. So yeah, that's all I got for this one more time. These are the 4 picks. Please, for the love of God, take it as a 4-man flex play. The 4-man power play is still good for 12x, but the 4-man flex is out of this world. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Let's make some money.